Wanna?
Well, we're live now.
You didn't ask for my permission.
Oh, I didn't
I
know.
don't give it to you.
So the girls over at the, so it's just going to be you, Chrissy, and Elena tonight?
Yeah.
I emailed Gary and I told him we need another Valentine heart with Elena, gave him the spelling.
Okay.
And girls picked out baby blue. Now, Gary sprays all those in a candy color. I have yet to see a candy baby blue. So this will be interesting what he'll come up with, you know?
Yep.
And then I started another thing on the car. I'm sitting there thinking, blow off Dynamat and use something like lizard skin for the interior soundproofing.
I mean, you can even get even the cheap knockoff Dynamat works really well.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure you don't get the super like 1/2 mil thick stuff.
Yeah, well,
because there's even like spray foam that. Go ahead.
That the spray stuff I can spray in every crevice and corner and everything else. You know, the lizard, that ceramic based lizard skin, whatever it is.
I've never even heard of it. I'll have to look into it.
Okay, Google lizard skin.
All right.
I'm thinking of going that way. David, we're talking about interior car installation.
Yeah. I gathered. I've been following the conversation.
Okay, all right. You look puzzled there for a minute.
No, I'm looking at the comments, which we don't have any.
Yeah,
we only have 2, and that's
we only got 1 person watching right now. So
oh hell, I can do that.
I think Shandog walked out because I tried to tag him and it wouldn't let me do it. So
okay. Well, I went to Hangouts and I told Dorito, what's going on?
Hey, Dorito.
And I told Hazy I got his package and I'm going to wait to open it on the live show. If it's here it is. And Nancy suggested I cut this out and save it too, to show the documentation it took to get from Wales to Vegas.
I had to order the bearings for my mountain bike, and they had to come from actually Wales.
They did?
Really?
Yeah.
We should have got Hazy on a.
He would have drove up and got him for you.
And had him probably get him better, faster.
Oh, I'm trying to watch this on YouTube. That's horrible. It's so delayed on YouTube.
Yeah. But Evelyn's on. Hi, Evelyn. Ooh, hold on. Let me get something.
I just want to show you guys how big I can make the comments on the screen. I got it. If I can get my... I know the lead on my camera is not quite long enough, but you have to take my word for it. It's pretty big.
I don't know. Have I shown you this?
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're watching it.
Okay.
I got this for Evelyn and Emily.
Hmm.
You like the picture? Tell them it's for them.
You like the picture? They say it's for you. Uh-huh. They like it.
Or you can hang it like this. Or you can hang it like this. Or you can
It's
hang
not a wrong side.
Or you can hang it like this. So yeah. No, remember Monica?
Go. Yeah.
Who used to come on the show every now and then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Monica.
She's an artist and she did it. And I purchased this from her for the girls. I was supposed to have it in time for the trip, but now you got a box coming.
Okay.
So let me put this back.
A puzzled look means reading comments. You guys. Where's Tom's?
Daisy, the link's in the chat if you want to join us. I miss you too, Evelyn.
Oh, Hazy's in the chat.
Yeah,
Hello, Hazy.
that's what I told him. I said the link's in the chat. Let me put it in there again. Let's see.
It's at the top. He should be able to scroll up to it.
Well, now he's surrounded by it. Emily is here too. I'm eating at the moment. Okay. Well, we'll be here for about 2 hours. Emily is here. Okay. Hi, Emily. Okay. We got the only granddaughter I didn't say hi to was Lane, and she's probably taking a nap.
Yep, they went to the pool, so she's tuckered out.
You got wasted in the splash pool.
Yep.
And the sun, probably. Hot.
Yeah, she vitamin D. We're in a heat index of what does it say it is right now? Come on. It's 96 temperature wise, but with the humidity, they're saying it's 104.
Okay. We are hitting our first 112-degree day this summer.
Oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing. It's torture when you get to about 120.
Yeah. And as long as it stays at 4 or 5% humidity.
Yeah. Now, it's when you get around 12 or 15%, that's when it starts feeling a little muggy.
We're live, and the girls are in the chat.
It said 110 on the car.
It's 110.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on. You're gonna go on the show.
Where's the rest?
They're in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'll let you go.
All right. Say hi to T-Dub.
Hi, T-Dub.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
It's hot out there.
And it says at
Summertime.
Smith Reynolds Airport, it says the heat index is 90 degrees, but it feels like it's 100 degrees out there.
It's 110 here.
It's 88 degrees and 60-some% humidity.
You got to read the chat when it's directed to you.
Oh,
It's Evelyn and Emily.
I don't see.
Hi, Nanny.
Oh, hi, girls.
Oh, wow. We're 97 with 81%.
Yeah, I think the
81%
heat
humidity?
index will be way high when the humidity's high. That's the
Boy, I'm glad we were there 2 weeks ago.
you can't always trust what you read on the internet.
No.
Oh,
You
no.
can't trust anything you read on the internet.
Evelyn, Emily, FaceTime Nanny on her phone. Well, when it rings, you'll no, you don't. You got the ringer turned off.
So I was downloading some movies this morning.
Yeah.
Guess what movie I said screw it and downloaded?
What?
Aspen Extreme.
Oh man, I haven't seen that one in forever.
Me neither. That's why I was like, you know what? It's been a minute.
Oh, I finally got to watch Midway all the way through the new one. It's not that bad. It follows
It's-
pretty close to history.
It's entertaining, and that's as far as I like
Yeah.
the original one.
Well, anytime they remake something, the original's always been better.
Hi.
Well, now they're FaceTiming Nanny.
Okay. I just went and got you guys some books.
So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn the camera off here in a second. Bear with me.
why?
Chrissy's getting out of the shower,
Oh, okay.
and that's why the camera's angled.
Well, watch Hazy jump on real quick now.
Oh, here's my new favorite sticker.
Anything can be a torch if you like. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So, did Pat vote on anything?
Yeah, we got through all of task group, all of Joe's stuff, all of task group 3 we got through. So now all we have left, or we have like a couple things left of task group 3, and then it's all of task group 4,
Okay.
which I
Hey,
believe was Caputo's. Caputo was the task group chair for 4.
No, I didn't open it yet, Hazy. So Caputo's got task group 4.
Yeah, he was the chair for that one.
I love the way he does it because he just tries to.
We picked him apart. He didn't like us. We had a couple of conference with them, and he missed a few things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So.
but it was minor stuff. It was more editorial, nothing technical.
Yeah, my eyes are still dilated. Everything's got a real shade of white.
I didn't when I had my prescription renewed last October, not for 2019, but for 2018.
Yeah.
They dilated my eyes, and I didn't take their little sunglasses, and I forgot mine in the car.
Oh no.
Walking to the car was the worst experience ever. As soon as I opened that door to go outside, I was like, oh, it was no cloud in the sky.
Yeah, David, this morning I had an appointment with my retina specialist for my AMD, and they always dilate the shit out of my eyes. I mean, to the point to where everything everything has a white tint to it.
Yeah.
They're open so much. And so, yeah, I sat there and totally spaced it and said, we're sitting there eating lunch and we're done with lunch, your mom and I said, I'll go check the mail. And I went up, walked out, checked the mail, walked back in going, oh God, I can't see.
Put your sunglasses on.
Totally forgot to spaced out, put my sunglasses on.
Did you drive home?
Huh?
Did you drive home?
No, Nancy, we do these.
Oh, okay. They say you can, but I don't know. It'd be weird.
We do these every 4 months. And the reason why, and we do them on Friday, and we do them Friday morning early, because the reason why we do it, because if he starts if I have to go on the shot program where he starts injecting my eyes, that I can't drive home. Somebody has to drive me home.
You have to have a driver. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you don't know if he's going to start the injections until he does his examination. So.
I used to know somebody did that. They got injections and they go to the doctor and they say, oh, well, you can wait a week. You don't have to get an injection for 2 weeks. You know.
Well, right now I'm on, I don't have to go back for 4 months, not until November. So, yeah, let's see. Tomorrow I'll be priming the bumper on the Camaro. Since getting back from Grapevine, I haven't been very motivated on working in the garage.
It's because you got to move to Grapevine.
And so tomorrow I will pull the Camaro out and we will hang the bumper and we'll get it in some epoxy primer. I will do a video on that. And then we'll let it sit for 3 days, and then we'll do some sanding, and then we'll look and see where we got to do body filler and stuff. So.
Hey, Dad, did you ever have one of those?
No. What we had was a 4-volume set of the 5x7 or the 6x9x6, whatever, the small 3-ring binders, and it actually stayed with the aircraft. And what it was your pre-flight inspection was a book, your post-flight inspection was a book, your end of the day flight, I forgot what it was called, post-flight, maybe post-flight. You had a book
That size.
that size, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had a book for your monthly maintenance to do and everything else. You never worried about hours on the aircraft. That was all up to the phase people and the forms, and when you were due for phase again to go in, and that's when phase would be is where they do a tear down and inspection of a certain part of the aircraft. So, and then you had depot maintenance. No, we lost T-Dub because T-Dub's still there, but
Yeah, I'm still here.
he's got other things.
Oh,
to
we
do.
just don't have video. Okay.
Yeah, you're
I
safe.
thought we lost him.
The camera's not even pointed at you.
So, and and so we would end up with those. But phase was always done by job control, would dictate when phase was going. So,
Okay.
but yeah, and so tomorrow will be the bumper on the Camaro, and plus I'm doing some research right now. There, the soundproofing and the insulation for the interior of the Camaro. And I heard everybody's ranting and raving about the Dynamat. Put Dynamat in it. Dynamat does a good thing. Everything else, or you can get the knockoff of Dynamat and put that in there. Just watch how your mill thickness of that stuff. But I also heard wherever you put Dynamat down, it's sticking. It ain't coming back up again.
That is very much true.
So I said, okay, fine. And then I started looking at some of this new product coming out. Like, it's called Lizard Skin, but there's two parts to it. There's the soundproofing or deadening part of it, and then there's the insulation part of it. And so you got to spray, they say, the soundproofing down first, and it's water-based, and then you got to spray the insulation portion over the top of the soundproofing, is what I gather reading on it. But it's water-based, it's spraying. But think about it, if you sit there and spray this stuff, it'll go in every little nook and cranny and everything else. You know, you sit there, and if a spot weld's loose on an original panel and you spray this stuff on, now it's almost going to lock that panel down to where it's not going to rattle. And so I've been looking at that stuff, but I'm trying to figure out, is Lizard Skin the only product out there?
It's also an insulation.
Yeah. So, and it also is pricey too. And I'm just trying to find fill work while I save the money for the power windows, which is almost $1,000.
I'd go Dynamat. There's less prep time.
Well, if you think about it, the prep time's done. All I got to do is wash that floor. I've already sanded and ground it and primed it. I mean, all it is dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll have to. So that's why I want to do research on it. I'm going to dig the pros and cons. I want to see what everybody has to say, and then I got to make a decision. And then I think ASIC Eric in San Jose, he's doing a 76, 77. I can't remember. Z28. It's a Gen 2 Z28. And then Roger, Fireman 164, and TW, you know Roger, you met him. The fireman from Oklahoma.
Okay.
And Roger, he's doing a 68 Camaro, so he'll probably want to know what I decided on. So we'll that's another thing I got to do, and that's computer time. And when it comes to computer time, I got two speeds, slow, and I can't figure it out. So that's what's going on here. Hazy did send me a box. It's over here.
That was the big event here, was the box.
And so we'll open it up once Hazy's eating. So I'm going to see if he comes on, and we'll open it up, let's say around 3:30. We've been on for an hour.
Okay.
And we'll open it up at the halfway point. I don't know if Dizzy's out there, but the link is in the chat.
He's usually out and about on Fridays. Hard to catch him.
So, what
The
other
only
than that,
person that could get a hold of Dizzy in a hurry would be Hazy. I guess he could
yeah.
Hangouts.
No, I just go through Hangouts. Hazy told me a long time ago. He says if you're going to get,
I don't have. I could get Dizzy's Hangout, but I don't want to do it without his permission.
Yeah.
I could use his email address to get in there. I don't want to do that.
But
Don't do that, you know.
But Hazy told me use Hangouts. He says he hardly looks at his email anymore.
Well, I have his email address, so what you do is you just go. Maybe not. I think I have Tina's. There's a way to do it, but I'm not going to do it. You know, if people want to give me their Hangout, yeah, they can give it to me. They can invite me.
Okay.
It's
Nancy's FaceTiming with her granddaughters. They got a box coming. She's been out shopping again. She gets mad money. She spends it on her granddaughter. So she spend it on me, knowing I need a window kit? No, she spends it on her granddaughters.
You ought to have a raffle. You don't have enough people on your show to have a raffle. I guess Jimmy C, we could talk to Jimmy C and he could do a raffle on one of his shows to raise money for your windows.
Yeah, I was on the show last night for a little bit. I had a slot of about 45 minutes of some free time. So I jumped on his show last night. Captain Jerk was having internet problems because he kept jumping in and out. Hey, Gaffa. Gaffa's in the house. So, you still with us, T-Dub?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just quiet.
Okay. So let's see, what else did I have? Oh, and I did get Captain Jerk's second sticker. So that's why we're wearing the, or his first one. Oh, I don't know which one it is, but the one I didn't have. So we got that. So in honor of getting that sticker, I wore his shirt today for the show. Let's see. So we got that. And yeah, it was quiet on Jimmy C's last night.
I missed it. I could not. I set the alarm, and I don't know what it is. Thursday night's my wiped out night. I was very happy to find out he was on Tuesday.
Okay. Well, I think WTF Mike was trying to get Jimmy drunk because he sat there and he says every time he made a donation towards Jimmy's channel that of $5 or more that Jimmy had to drink a shot, and he had cracked the seal of a brand new bottle. It looked like bourbon.
Man, I would have been throwing money at that thing.
Oh yeah. So
You'd fit, like 10 $5 shots for him,
So at one time, as you see up on top of the column, people who had donated money, he had $20 sitting up there. And Mike is sitting there going, come on, Jimmy, you're falling behind. Let's go. Take another pull off that bottle. And so that's where I left it. I don't know. Jimmy probably in the side of 45 minutes was doing his fourth or fifth shot off that brand new bottle. So, and that's when I left. So I haven't gone back to see what happened.
It probably all went nuts after that.
Yeah.
I woke up at 2:00 and I thought, I'll go in there and check. And I said, no, I'll wait about 30 minutes. No, I just couldn't get out of the bed. Nothing against Jimmy C. That's just late. And I'm getting too old to do that.
Yeah. What was the
I
other?
had been up since 5:00 yesterday morning because that's when I have to get up to go to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it would have been interesting to see the outcome. Well, actually, you can. He left it
You
up.
go back.
You will go back and see the outcome of that one. But it was funny, and I didn't know Mike was doing that until all of a sudden I saw him kicking another $5 towards Jimmy C, another $5 towards Jimmy C. Then because maybe I missed it, or maybe I got up and got something, but all of a sudden Mike's, Jimmy, come on, you're falling behind. Pick up the bottle. Let's go. So. If it was his normal live Thursday night show and he did that offer and everything else, he would have been out in the bag within an hour. So you say something, T-Dub?
Oh, I was asked a question by my better half.
Oh, okay. Tell her hi.
She says hi.
So let's see. So it's been 2 weeks since we've been in the grapevine. So that means we didn't get the virus from you guys, if we get it, right? It's a 2-week incubation time.
Your quarantine is up. Yep.
Because this is 2 weeks ago we were in grapevine. So it probably doesn't count until Monday night when we got home.
Well, I've heard it's 4 days. I've heard it's different times.
Yeah.
I don't think you got it.
Peace of
You're
mind.
all right.
No, I'm not. I'm not too worried about it. If I was, I wouldn't have gone to Grapevine.
I put my mask on to get the mail today. I thought it was Instacart delivering, and I opened the door, and it was just the mail carrier, and I took the letter, but it turned out it was a check, so it was a fairly good sized check. So I'm glad that was handed to me and wasn't floating around somewhere in the postal system.
After my experience with Jimmy C on the United States Postal Service, I can agree with you 100%. I mean, it's like I said, getting Jimmy C money is, hey, you got PayPal, you can get anybody money anytime, any place, anywhere. But my main goal was Jimmy wanted a couple of stickers, and I was trying to get him a couple of stickers, and that fell through the cracks. Or actually, I wonder where that envelope is.
It should have been sent back to you. It should have been returned as undeliverable mail.
Post office there is probably so old that it's got wooden floors, and then it's got slits in the wooden floors, and the slits, and it's underneath the
Built
post.
in 1895.
Yeah, so when that post office gets torn down in another 20 years and rebuilt type thing, they're going to find all this mail underneath the post office. Damn,
Postal carrier stealing. I mean, they're too lazy to deliver it, so they just take it out of the trunk of their car and throw it over, into an embankment or something like that.
I seen that.
Or just throw it in a dumpster.
It was on a show someplace in Pennsylvania. They just followed this postman, and he'd do his route, half his route, and then it got to be around lunchtime, and he'd go to his favorite corner bar and consume his lunch.
Liquid lunch.
And then when he got done drinking his lunch,
Mm-hmm.
they showed him that he went to the dumpster in the back of the bar and dumped the rest of his mail bag in that thing or whatever he had and sat there and just called it a day.
Yeah, in the town where my mother lives, there was a investigation done. People weren't getting their mail, and they found their mail in a dumpster. The mailman and then another case, they found the trunk of their car full of mail that wasn't delivered. They just were lazy. They just threw the mail at first convenient location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Welcome back.
Thank you.
88 Katana's in the house. You get that Mustang painted yet? He was it a Fox body? No, I can't remember. He was doing a Mustang.
But it's a Mustang.
It's a Mustang. It's a Ford. It's not a Chevy.
Actually, the Ford dealership didn't like what I did. I had a 72 Ford van that I customized the inside. It was shag carpeting, paneling, 70s era van, hence 72 Ford van Econoline. And it was the super van, so it was long. And it was 302, 3-speed on the column. That's the vehicle I had before I went overseas, because we took it back to my dad's house and he stored it for me for the year I was in Thailand. But yeah, so the Ford dealership was pissed at me because it said F-O-R-D across the front of the grill. So I took the D and the F and swapped them out, so it said Dorf. And when I went in for service, they weren't too happy about that. But look I made a name that became a TV show. So, ready for paint? Are we changing color or are we going back to the same color? That's that Sammy Hagar Muscila. That stuff was good.
Oh, you bought a bottle?
Yeah. Yeah. It's takes a bit to get used to, but once you get going on them, stand back.
Okay. That's right, because that's the two different types of tequila mixed.
Huh?
That's the two different types of tequila mixed, right?
That's mezcal and tequila.
Oh, okay.
Mixed. Same color. Hey, Shandog. Shandog's in the house. Well, let's see. Anybody out there? I put the link in the chat. If you decide to come in the next couple of minutes, I got to go refill. I'll be back. David, T-Dub, hold down the fort.
All right.
Now, where's your exact location? Are you in Vegas?
No, I'm in Grapevine, Texas.
You're in Texas. Okay.
Yep, I moved from Vegas out here September 2016.
Okay. 2016.
Yes, sir.
You like it better?
The opportunities for my kids to get a better education are far superior out here than back in Vegas. The Vegas school district is the worst in the nation, or the Clark County school district.
Really?
And Texas is about middle of the road. So we took a giant leap in quality of education by relocating out here.
All right.
That and actually cost of living slightly cheaper out here.
Well, I imagine the cost of living in Las Vegas can be, or at least where Tom lives, could be up there.
The housing's not too bad. It's the electricity that gets you. It's
You'd think the electricity would be pretty close to free up there because they're generating it with water from the dam up there that they such the big.
You ready for the biggest? That's the biggest lie that they tell everybody. Nevada or Las Vegas gets less than like 5% of their electricity from Hoover Dam.
Well, it's like Duke Energy, or the power company for me, they have hydroelectric, but it's only generates 15% of the electrical supply. I imagine Duke Energy's most of it's, I know it is, it's fossil fuel. I don't like it. They use coal, to generate electricity. I can't think of a worse way to do it. There's got to, at least Virginia's Dominion Powers uses nuclear.
Now, there's a lot of nuclear on the East Coast.
Shandog, we're going to open this at 3:30 my
I
time.
know.
Bottom of the hour.
1819, when Enron went under, the Nevada Power Company, they said, well, because we made a bad business decision and bought a ton of Enron power, and they went under, we're just going to raise your power rates because our investors are still demanding a return on their investment. And they greased the wheels with the PUC.
And remember when the Power Commission said, no, you're not?
Yeah.
And they did
I
not
think
do
all
it.
utility companies should be nonprofit companies, but that's my, I know somebody that's in a co-op that lives out in Yadkinville. They're not Duke Energy. They buy the electric from Duke Energy at, wholesale price. And whenever they make a profit, they mail a check to every customer that they have. The customers make money off of the company. The company doesn't because they're a nonprofit company.
That's impressive.
So if you're a customer of that electric company, you get a check every year if that company makes a profit.
One of the Marx brothers here, it's a family. Marx, everybody knows them in town, in the valley. And one of them, I think it's Glenn Marx. He's off.
Yeah.
He's literally off the grid. Nevada Power sends him a check every month because.
And they also come out. They come out and reprogram his panel monthly too, so he draws from the grid.
Yeah.
And then he comes back the next day and reprograms.
I knew somebody that had solar panels and they sold it to Duke Energy, and Duke Energy it did not make them very happy that they had to send him money for electricity.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got solar, he's got wind, he's got geothermal. He makes his hot water using the sun and then stores it and uses nothing to keep it. It's all geothermal.
Yeah, that's a big consumer of electricity. If you had to use electricity to heat your water.
Okay, 88. I'll be looking. He'll get a video up later of the Mustang. Cool. I'll be looking for it. I'm painting a bumper this weekend. Nothing really big, just epoxy on a Camaro bumper with the bolts welded in, smoothing it out.
Oh, tell Shandog. Oh, I guess I can say it. Hello, Shandog.
But the thing I'm doing this time is everybody remember my old school of thinking was you sit there and you get your body work going on the bare metal and you lay your filler over the bare metal and then you sand and you prime, you epoxy prime, then you 2K prime, then you sand and everything and all that. Well, I'm doing it different this time. I want to see it because there's been a mixed school of thought of you either do your body work on top of the bare metal or you do your body work on top of the epoxy primer. So this time there's body work that needs to be done on the bumper. In other words, body filler to smooth it out in some areas of where it really was scratched and gouged because it's the original bumper for the car. And so I'm doing it different this time. I'm doing epoxy primer first, and then I'm going to do body filler on top of that and start doing the body work. And see how that comes out. What was it? Roger, Fireman 164, he did a whole series on paint and primer and where to do it and what to do it and everything else. So, but I want to try this way. I haven't tried it. I mean, old school. I mean, I was taught day one, body filler, top of metal, bare metal. And you better have a good etch in it, otherwise it's going to fall out. So. We'll see. We'll video it. Heck, I've got 2 cameras now.
You got 3 technically.
Yeah, but this one's going to be a little difficult to figure out.
Well, it's got a mount on it where you can put it on a normal tripod.
Okay.
That's what I want to get. It's one that you can put on a tripod. I could put mine on a tripod. I could make it work.
David, you want one of these? TW gave it to me. TW, you want me to keep it, or can I give it one of them to David?
Does
I
it
give
go
to
on a
you.
tripod?
It's not mine.
Huh. There's a tripod mount right there.
Oh, really?
I've had that on the tripod before, but this one I'm not giving away because this is supposed to be a really good camera.
Now, is that a webcam or is that a video camera in general?
That's a video camera. It's not
like Sony's version of a GoPro camera.
Yeah.
Well, if you're giving it away, man, that's a lot to give away.
I don't know. I'm just kicking it around. I mean.
Okay, well, you let me know. I think you have my address, but if you don't, I'll
Yeah, David, the funny thing about it is
because I can hand my camera down to my brother because he's wanting a camera mainly for stills so he can sell stuff on eBay. He wants the macro. He doesn't have video camera at all. I mean, a digital camera at all. But I don't want to give what. Can you take still photos with a GoPro?
Yes.
I don't know. You can?
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is it always that fisheye looking lens, or can you go in there and change?
No, if you want to figure out what camera it is, this is a Sony. What is this?
You can.
HDR-CX440. If you want to write that down, David.
All right.
HDR-4X, or scratch that, dash CX440.
You need one of these, Dad.
Was that obvious of looking at it? You mean one of these? Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, you've got one. Never mind.
Holy smokes. Everybody's so big here.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Shandog, the 4th of July was boring here in Grapevine. The local government says we're not allowed to blow stuff up.
I brought a 2004 extended cab Silverado, 81,000 miles on it for $500. One owner worked with him for. You got to be kidding me! That's a damn good deal. Any rust? Any rust?
81K. You still got at least 100K left on that motor.
Yeah.
Probably didn't want to pay the taxes.
And it's not drive-by-wire. You've got a throttle cable on that.
Oh, the GM text coming out of you, T-Dub.
Well, I just hate the drive-by-wire setup because you've got like the 30 millisecond delay between when you hit the pedal and the car actually moves.
I just don't like anything. You don't have contact, mechanical contact with what you're operating, vehicle, whatever it is, motorcycle, whatever. I don't like this drive-by wire thing.
It's got some rust issues doing brake lines and rocker panels.
Yeah.
David, most of the aircraft you fly now, most of the newer aircraft is fly-by-wire.
I don't know. It should stay to aircraft.
break the
It
bubble,
works for aircraft, but we are you're a vehicle on the ground, and every second counts. To prevent a accident. I don't know. It's. I know a lot of people that don't like it. It's just not me.
Yeah, I think
Right there with you.
05 Crown Vic T-Dub drive-by-wire. I think it is.
05?
05.
Borderline. It may be, it may not be.
Ex police car 05 Crown Vic.
My 08 Silverado was drive-by-wire.
Okay.
I know the new Corvettes, those actually have brake-by-wire now. So you're pushing on a potentiometer, and that tells the computer they're hitting the brakes.
That just seems like something that's prone to failure. What's wrong with having a cable directly from the pedal to the brake, like they do in older cars? That's just scary. You're relying on electronics. You're putting your life is on some electronic circuit that can fail, and there are a lot of ways circuits can fail.
Then you also have the computer programming that was programmed by a human, and we are far from perfect beings. That Mars lander is a perfect example.
Look at Gaffa's comment in the chat.
The human has to think of all of the algorithms that software is going to have to run through, and all of the a computer can't do what a human brain can do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, they try to get it to, but it can't.
Well, the funny thing is, the computer can do more than what a human brain can do
in areas. Yeah.
Yeah. Case in point was the F-117. That plane should have never flown. And if it wasn't for the constant input by the computer to keep the flight controls moving and jocking all over the place to keep that thing stable, then yeah.
But
yeah,
that's also that's also another reason why they'll never put. You'll always have a fighter pilot in an aircraft, is because there's intuition. There's a lot of variables that you can't program in the software.
Well, I've yet to see a computer have a gut feeling.
There you go.
There isn't one in the world that has it.
Here he is.
Hello.
The shirt.
I got a neat shirt on today.
Cool, buddy. I gotta stop passing out in the afternoon.
I'm 70 years old and I've yet to start doing a regular afternoon nap. I said the key word in that phrase was regular.
It's regular. I'm in my 50s and I do that on days I don't have to go to work.
I'm not even in my 50s, and I've been doing it since my 30s.
Yeah, but you stay up all night.
Not all the time.
You're watching such things like Jimmy C and Friends Live.
Not all the time.
Jimmy C get sloshed.
So did
Dude,
you
he
see the
was
end of Jimmy C
so-
last night?
Dude, he was so wasted last night, dude.
Oh, what the fuck? Mike got him wasted?
Dude,
I was only on for 45 minutes with you guys last night, and then I
know. But yeah, Mike just freaking kept messing with him. He's like, "No, you owe us 4. No, you owe us 8 now." Because
Was he still giving him $5 a shot?
Dave the producer and freaking Shanae and freaking somebody else, and Lisa kept freaking donating money, and so did Mike, and Jimmy ended up owing like 8 shots, and he ended up doing like 15.
Was the bottle empty? Because I know he broke the seal on that show last night.
I don't know how much was left, but I know it was less than half.
Damn. And was that bourbon or scotch or whiskey?
It was 4 Roses. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Bourbon.
Bourbon? Okay.
I believe
Probably.
it's bourbon.
Yeah, probably. Jim likes bourbon. So do I. But
Yeah.
I've never had 4 Roses. And hey Shannog. Hey Matt, what's up?
Yeah.
Gaffa, what's up?
Okay.
But yeah, he was sloshed. Yeah. But he decided that he wanted to stay on.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, I looked back later. Because Anthony wanted to go to bed, and so did I. So I freaking went to bed. So did Anthony. And Jimmy's up there all by himself, and he's like, nah, this ain't happening. Nah. And he just kept saying that over and over again for, I don't know, ad infinitum. And, like, he went and, like, I looked back later, and he had got Sharni and somebody else up there with him on the panel. So
Okay.
Hey, Dad,
Sharni's a friend of ours from Australia.
I'm going to have to take off. I'll have to see you guys later. I got to take the kids over to their slumber party.
All right.
There's
See you
a-
later, T-Dub. We'll be on for another hour if you want to jump on.
If I'm able to get done with all my requests from the
Yeah.
peanut gallery out there,
understand.
then
I understand you're only
All right.
you're a male living in amongst the females, including
That's
your
right.
dogs, except for one.
Yep.
Well, actually, the other one might be a female too, since he's fixed.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So you're a man on an island.
Yes, I am. You guys have a great evening. If I don't talk to you again, if not a great weekend.
Okay.
Right.
You too.
Bye.
See you, T-Dub.
Have a good night.
So yeah, we're waiting to see if Hazy jumps on. We got a package from Hazy Days.
Yeah, I know. So did David.
Took me 20
I know.
minutes to open. No,
I've seen the video come out. I just haven't watched it yet.
don't watch it.
Why?
It felt like it took 20 minutes to open that box.
Can you make that?
Oh well.
Well, watch it. I mean, it'll take you, it's a 5-minute long video. It'll take you 5 minutes. to
Wait,
watch.
you made a video that was 5 minutes and it felt like it was 20 minutes long?
Well, it took 20 minutes to shoot it, but what you saw on the end result was a 5-minute long video.
Mhm. I'm expecting the doorbell to ring just as we get off. Well, probably here in the next 45 minutes. I got UPS coming, dropping off more computer parts. We get to finish.
Oh.
We get to finish the final build of the computer.
Oh. I'm expecting UPS to deliver something to me on either Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes.
Hazy's telling me open it. You're
Yes,
not gonna
open
come, I guess Hazy's not going to come up then. That's going to give him the opportunity to come up, and I was going to let him headline and everything else. Huh? Oh, well. I'm good. Thanks, guys. Oh, okay. So I guess he's not going to come up, but we're still going to wait till 3:30 to open.
Okay. Well, I had to get a fresh one because I needed to demonstrate something, but I'll wait.
Hazy days, Hazy days. Are you scared where you pee terrible?
And I got a kick. Here's another thing for the United States Post Office, since we're talking about, well, David and I were talking earlier about that, and Jimmy C. Sorry, Tom, bit tired. No, not a problem, Hazy.
Okay, not a problem.
Not a problem.
It is like freaking, like after
Midnight.
11 here.
But hear me out. Is first of all, I did not get contacted by the United States Post Office that they're trying to deliver me a package. Now,
Oh.
this past week, the only time I left the house was on Wednesday, and that was go to Home Depot and back home. And Home Depot's within a mile of the house, and come back home, and that was it. Okay, so I never got any notification, nothing from the good old United States Post Office that I had a package waiting for me. So Hazy Days sits there and he goes, what is it? Now I can't remember. It's oh Jesus, brain fart. It's Hangouts, Google Hangouts. He texts me in Google Hangouts and says, Post Office has their package. They'll keep it for 12 days. Then it's going to come back to me.
I could tell he was a little frustrated with the post office
Yeah.
because I was home.
Oh, look at you. You came on anyway. What?
Well, I thought I'd jump on for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Okay,
I
well,
was
let me.
going to type something, but I couldn't be bothered typing.
What I was explaining to everybody, if it wasn't for you telling me that the post office had it, I would have never known.
Well, that's what I was going to type. It was a good job I checked. Good job I was tracking it too, because it told me that you had till the 12th. And then after I contacted you, I went and checked again, and it changed it from the 12th to the 11th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah. So I had a eye doctor appointment with my retina specialist this morning, and after we got done with that, Nancy drove to the post office, which was right down the street from his office, and we got it after waiting in line or waiting at the counter, because I don't know, she probably had it thrown in the box in the trash somewhere. Because it took her almost 20 minutes to come back and give it to me.
Did you have to sign for it?
Life away for it.
Well, it was supposed to arrive on the 6th. I was home when the carrier came by, and they popped the mail through the slot. They didn't knock on the door. They didn't do anything. No package. I was home on the 7th, which was Tuesday. The carrier came, different person. I opened the door and she handed me like 2 bills. And I said, well, do you have a package? And she hands me a card. She said, you need to sign this card. We'll deliver it tomorrow. I've never had the post office do that. I tried to research it and couldn't get an answer. And then they delivered it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
hey, Anthony.
Listen, I'm just glad they got you all safe, because
Yeah.
Mark's got it.
Did Mark get his?
they're all safe.
I sent 3 at the same time. Listen, it was driving me insane that I hadn't sent them, because, like, they were ready to be sent, and then this frigging COVID-19 thing fucking erupted, and
Yeah.
I wasn't happy just sending them when I didn't know what the future held. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
want
Nancy,
them getting lost in the system and you never receiving them.
Hazy,
So,
you know what
so that's
Nancy
what-
said? Nancy sat there and said she wants to save this front piece and frame it and hang it alongside the guitar to show its travels to get to me.
Listen, I
put it
made
in
those.
a frame.
Listen, I made those boxes. I'm going to show you something now.
So I'm using a brand new razor blade. I'll probably cut my fingers off.
Listen, I went to a store and asked them for a cardboard box big enough to make boxes, and they gave. This is the other half. This is what I made the boxes out of. Now I've just got this big, huge box in my workshop that's just in the way of everything.
Yeah.
I've got no chat if there's anybody in the chat. I can hardly see properly. My eyes are like really tired.
Hi, Hazy.
Well, don't join the club. I went to the retina specialist this morning and he dilated my eyes and they're just starting to come back to normal.
Hello,
Yeah.
Justin.
Well, when the mail man didn't give it to me Monday night, I went online and tracked it, and it said it was still in Jamaica, New York. But that had been updated at 5:30 p.m. on the 5th, which was a Sunday night.
I'm sorry. I was on a different. I was
Tom,
looking
let
at
me
a
look at
different
the
site.
box.
That's why I didn't say hi earlier.
Go on, I'll open it. Let me see. Yeah, just slice it straight up the. Yeah, slice it just straight up. It's like it'll be like a hinge, a door opening.
I'm just going to take the whole top off.
That's what I did. That's how I
Just
sliced it.
Yeah, I think it's all in one piece. Just slice it up, and then open it like a book.
Is that the one stringer?
Yeah. I was boxing it up, and I was looking at it, and I was thinking, why the hell did I give this to Tom? Because it's great.
Didn't he win it?
Room on the wall.
Didn't he?
What?
Didn't he win it?
No, he didn't win it. I just gave it to him as a gift.
Amongst my Walter Payton and everybody else's pictures.
Listen, I give that to Tom as a gift because, I mean, he helped me out so much during my fundraising thing for the trip and everything. You know, I tried to. A few people stood out. Like, I mean, everybody who helped
I
was amazing.
finally got an official Hazy Days sticker.
Listen, I've managed to find 3 last stickers, and you fuckers got them. I haven't even got one myself. Motherfuckers. That's
I
a
got
real
a
sticker.
piece of plastic that has Hazy Days' logo on it that
We
has
have 2.
double-sided tape on it that thinks it's a sticker.
Yeah. There's a lot of bubble wrap. A lot of bubble wrap.
It's a box full of bubble wrap. Just
And
throw it in the
it's-
trash.
Wrapped around and around and around. I was
There's
afraid I
nothing
was
in there,
gonna
Tom.
break it trying to get it
He's
out.
full of shit. He's just pranking you.
It haven't broken, have it?
How did you get the ends of the box open as easily? I had to cut the ends with a razor blade. Like,
Listen, David, when I was watching you open that box, I could feel your pain.
I was afraid I was going to scratch it. You know, I had this razor blade. You know, how I can't cut too deep into this cardboard. You know, it might be right there.
Yeah, look, he's got it.
It's like,
Yeah,
I'm
make
not
yourself
going to
big.
destroy
Make
it
yourself
trying
big
to
so we
open
can
the
see it
box.
properly.
There's a lot more in the box. I got a bottle opener too.
Yeah, it's just a bottle opener.
Yeah, the video was halfway uploaded on the YouTube, and I'd realized I forgot to put any of the bottle.
Plug it in. Plug it in. Let's have a listen.
I don't have an amp. Actually, is that a 1/4-inch jack?
Yeah, just a regular jack.
Okay.
You could probably
You
use
had
your
a basic
computer
jack.
as the amp, though. Input.
Listen, you'd be surprised how good that sounds. You can't see none of the wiring, can you?
No. Here, I'll flip it around to the back.
Yeah. I designed that
Yeah.
piezo.
Cool.
You'd be surprised you'd be surprised how much work went into that.
It's all one.
Plug it in already.
The whole. It's
What?
all. This whole thing is one piece. This is all
Yeah.
one piece. So there is a lot of work in this. It's all
Plug it
one.
in.
There's not a joint going down that neck whatsoever.
No.
Where's your amp and your
Okay.
pick? Plug it in.
I don't
Listen,
have
it sounds,
an amp, and I
it
got a
sounds
bunch
incredible.
of picks, and my guitar is in the shop getting adjusted, and that's where I'm
Can you
at.
plug it into your computer?
Huh?
Can you plug it into your computer?
I don't have a cable.
No cable. That's why I asked what size jack it was.
Hey, Tom, I just noticed if
You
you,
can
grow
look
a
at
beard,
it.
you'll look like Eric Clapton.
Who?
You.
Nah.
If you grow a
Not you.
beard, you'll look like Eric Clapton or Gaffa Haynes.
Okay, I've been holding this beer.
I definitely
Well,
like this right here.
I've already gotten
Yeah.
one beer and put it back because I was afraid it wasn't going to stay cold. So I'm going to test this
Listen,
out.
this is what I done because I didn't want to brand the YouTube guitar. That's why your bottle opener has been branded, David.
Oh, you have to hold it over the camera. Oh, it has a magnet.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah,
just
so the
crack
press
that
doesn't go
baby
anywhere.
open, and it ain't fall. It won't fall. Don't worry about it falling.
I don't want to get beer on my keyboard. It's open.
Nice. And where's
Right.
the bottle top?
All right, Hazy, the ultimate question. I can tune this thing any way I want to.
Yeah. I guess so.
So
You'd be
you
surprised.
sent me a guitar that will never go out of tune.
Never, ever.
Never, ever go out of tune.
Nope. And anyone can tune it in.
Yeah. And anybody can come and tune it.
Listen, do you know what? Like that is, I'm gonna make more, because a guitar like that just for a child to understand a stringed instrument is incredible, because you can make some funky little beats. Like you can, if you're musically minded, you can get a tune out of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you, Hazy.
One string.
Cheers, Hazy.
Cheers.
Thanks, Hazy.
Listen, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Dilly
And,
dilly.
And listen, to be honest, David Collins, the fact that you won that guitar, like I say, everybody that entered and bought a ticket was entitled to winning the guitar. But the fact it was you, because like I said,
I couldn't believe it.
I give Tom it was a gift because how much he done for me. Same as Mark M. His was a gift.
I got enough packing material to last me a lifetime.
David, you've done a lot for me too, you know. So I'm just glad it went to you.
Why haven't we seen much of Mark M? I haven't seen him in forever.
Now, this is a quality made box.
Yes, we ain't doing the live shows and everything. He's okay though.
It's made by hand. It's one of a kind.
This is a handmade, quality made box.
There are only 3 boxes in this world that were made like that one.
Yep.
I frequently make my own boxes to fit
I hate
whatever
it.
I'm shipping.
I almost
I hate
threw that box in the recycle bin. Now I'm considered saving the box. This is the box that came in all the way from Wales.
No, Nancy sat there and said, save the front cover, and I better save the front cover if I want my happy marriage to keep going on. So
I think I'll cut the customs out. I'll cut the, all the papers out and frame them. The journey that it took.
Daisy, I thank you. Awesome. This is cool.
Well, listen, I thank you. That is a thank you, you know. So appreciate
This is damn cool. I mean, if you realize that this whole thing is one piece, and even when you showed it, Hazy, I didn't realize it was one piece until you get it in your hand. Because the only thing that's added on to this is the back with the electrics.
No, it's not. No, those slats.
Well, I'm talking about the neck itself. And granted, these slats are put in, but
Yeah.
the only thing that's to me is the back
Yeah.
electronics.
Yeah. But even the headstock, where the tuning key is, that's the first time I ever done that design ever. That's the only one I've done like that.
Well, I got the world's only guitar that will stay in tune for the rest of its life.
I tell you what, you've got my first ever one string. That's what you
Again,
got.
thanks, Hazy. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So did Mark M get his?
Yeah.
Good.
He didn't make a
That's
video.
He didn't make a video.
Should I
You
echo?
won't make
He
it.
didn't make a video.
You won't.
Tell
He's,
that bastard to make a video right now. Hey Dan, what's up?
listen,
Hey
I'm
Anthony,
nobody.
what's going on?
I'm nobody.
Anthony's been here for a bit, and I just noticed that he was here.
Oh, Anthony, you've been there? Because I haven't gone over there and looked in quite a
It's
while.
been like about 13 minutes that he's been in the chat, and I haven't freaking said
That's
a
a
word.
long time. I should have been watching.
Well, I wasn't paying attention to
Listen,
the chat.
I am going to tell you, but I ain't one to judge because I never look at my own chat half the time. But you guys are slow at looking at the chat.
Okay,
Okay.
accepted.
There's 88 Katana and
Let's see.
Shan.
Anthony Redneck Way of Life.
Hazy Days. I don't know who's Hazy Days.
Again, if you want to join us,
Yeah, the
Shanda
link's there, Anthony. Just scroll up.
rapping.
Anthony, the link's right there. I can put it.
Scroll up, Anthony.
I can put the link in again.
Listen, the fact that you've all received your guitars have lifted a massive weight off me.
Okay. Well, cool. And
I
again,
feel like I'm level with the universe again.
How much did it cost you? Like $400?
I would suspect close to $70 to $80.
For each one.
Why do they give you all these options? Okay.
They were different prices. I think Tom's one was about 50 quid. Should say on the box.
That's it?
Yeah, that's about $75.
I didn't even look. Let me look on my
Well,
box.
his
to
was
see how
the
much it
smallest
was.
one, probably.
I got to look on the
Yeah.
box.
Well,
Yeah.
this is smaller one.
David's is probably the largest one.
No, Mark M's was the
Mark, I'd say Mark.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, all right. Because he got the hubcap one, didn't he?
Yeah, it cost me probably close to $300 to send them all.
That's it. Okay.
Damn.
I figured it would have cost more.
Hazy, I love your signature. Signature.
My writing is like
I'm not going to show it, but I love your signature.
my writing is just fucking appalling. It's like a spider took a shit and then walked through it.
I like that. I'll have to remember that one.
Yeah, it's fucking my writing's
This is
horrendous.
freaking cool.
That one, Tom, is very special to me.
Well, you've seen my game room, haven't you?
What?
I got it upstairs at my second floor of my house. I have a game room. It's
Yeah.
got a pool
Oh.
table. It's got a dartboard. It's got a video poker machine. It's got an asteroids machine, and it's got a whole bunch of sports memorabilia hung up on all the walls.
Asteroids. I love asteroids.
Yeah.
So do I. That's why I got a machine.
I
But
like Space Invaders more, but I love asteroids.
asteroids was
Listen,
a cool ass game.
Tom,
But
let
it's
me tell
going
you
on,
something.
it's being hung up on the wall up there in the game room.
Arr.
Nice. But if you get yourself just a little amp and a little effects pedal, so you can run some effects through it, and just have that, honestly, God, you'll have hours of fun.
So, Tom, how long have you been playing guitar?
I started when I was 13, 14
Okay.
years. Started on 6 string, then switched over the bass, and then dropped it for the high school and chasing girls and the old adage pussy type thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then picked it up when I started going on TDYs with the Air Force after I got married with Nancy, and it was just, you go TDYs and they were single deployments. So what else am I going to do? I'm not going to go get in a bar and get drunk every freaking night.
Ugh.
And so that ends up leading to a lot of fisticuffs. So I picked up the guitar again and then put it back down. And then I picked it up again, probably, I want to say almost 15, 16 years ago. And I was trying something new, the slide guitar.
Yeah.
And that's the guitar I sent Hazy.
Yeah. That's the one I got to send to be set up so I can just play it strumming.
Oh, that thing's going to sound awesome just strumming. It was awesome
Yeah.
slide, but like I said,
Yeah.
and now recently I picked up another bass and I'm going to start tinkering around with the bass again. When I
No, you're going to become a one-string player. Listen, you wait. Have you got a plectrum on you now?
Huh?
You got a pick?
Pick.
No. I got to go.
Listen,
upstairs.
I forgot to send some pics as well. I was supposed to send you some pics, and I fucking forgot.
Got a big thumbnail.
That's not well. Have a little play with your guitar. You can knock out a tune.
Actually, I figured out what you're doing.
Oh.
Hey, you're sending everybody a guitar, and then you're going to get everybody on like YouTube or Zoom or whatever, and we're going to all have a jam session
Yeah, could you imagine
with
that?
your guitars.
Yeah, okay. If
I'll
most
have
of
to
the
take some lessons
if
first.
most of the people that he sends guitars actually played guitar, but that's not the case.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know how many I've sent now, but there's a few.
6 or 7.
It's incredible. 2 years ago, I never built a guitar, and now here I stand with my guitars all around the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where you got one in Nevada, you got one in North Carolina, you got one in Mass, you got one in Colorado, and that's the only ones I know stateside so far.
There's one in the Philippines. There's one
Yeah,
in
she
England.
won it.
One in England.
She wins everything.
Sunshine won the first guitar.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the raffle. The thing is, what's going to happen is that eventually everybody's going to have one, and nobody's going to buy a ticket for the raffle.
I think you got a few guitars to go
You're
before
going to
that.
spend all your money on.
I've entered 90% of your raffles,
Well, you
and I've won
probably due a win.
0.
You're due a win.
I never intended to win it. I just wanted to help you out.
No, I never intended to win either, but just pointing out that I never won.
No, I'll
I
make
don't win nothing.
make
Listen, I
it
don't
free.
win anything.
I didn't plan on winning anything. I just wanted to get him to Dizzy's party.
I've
That's
won
right.
plenty
That
of
was my
raffles
making goal
and
that
contests on YouTube, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I've never won a Hazy Days contest in my life.
So I got
Well, I mean, you got to be in it to win it.
Or
Corona bottle opener.
you Dizzy one either.
Listen, your bottle opener is a little rustic, and I put a Corona.
That's what I said. I
Corona
got a
beer top
Corona
on.
bottle opener during Corona season.
Mine just has
Yeah,
a
that's why I put
washer
it.
in it.
Corona extra. What? Yeah, that's the design. Yours is branded.
And it's branded.
See, this is
Yeah.
my original Hazy Days sticker. A wannabe sticker in plastic
Hey,
Listen,
Squirrel.
that lasts long.
with sticky tape. Now I have a real Hazy Days sticker.
Yeah, this one is. Well,
I know, Squirrel. I've already stuck my
Actually-
sticker.
I've already stuck.
I got to
mine.
figure out where I'm on
This,
the stickers.
which everybody's waiting for round 2 on this.
I did. I already stuck my Hazy Days sticker. It's
Listen,
already
yeah,
stuck.
listen.
Already done.
Listen to this. Listen to this. 2 days ago, I had a message off somebody asking about one of my songs, and then asking whether I believed in God. And it was a little bit crazy, but then he said that this year's been real bad, but last year was the worst of his life, and if it wasn't for my music, he wouldn't have made it through.
Oh, that's awesome. That is
Swear to
freaking
God,
awesome.
that's crazy,
Yeah.
And then he said I just sent money to your PayPal. I'm pre-ordering your second album. I mean, I haven't even fucking done it.
Well, you probably
Crazy.
got songs to do it. Let me set this over here.
Oh yeah, I've got songs to do it, but yeah, that every now and again that happens to me, and it fucking blows my mind,
Ooh, I'm going to have to opt check this this bottle opener here.
You didn't have to pay any custom taxes, did you?
Nope.
I'll
But
tell you why.
because you didn't put a value on it.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson.
There is no. You can't put a value on that. It's priceless.
I'll be back.
That's what I said.
On the fort.
Okay.
That's what I said to the woman in the post office. She said, "What value do you want?" And I said, "There ain't no value. If it goes, it goes. It can't be replaced,
Nope.
Try to get your money back from the post office anyway. Good luck.
Well, there is no money. The money don't come into it.
I know people that insure stuff.
Yeah,
oh,
it's not about the
insured
money,
for
David.
$200.
It's a handmade item going through the mail. The money's never
Yeah.
coming back if it gets lost.
Yeah.
I went
Do you
into
know,
research to do a eBay business, and they said not to even bother to insure what you're shipping because getting money back from the post office is really an act of Congress. Don't even bother to insure your package. If
Yeah.
it's gone, it's gone. Just give them
Yeah,
their
yeah,
money
that's the way I
back.
look at it. It's gone, it's
Look,
gone.
man, I sold tons of handmade items through eBay, and I've never insured one of them. and none of them have ever got lost either.
Nothing has ever gotten lost on eBay. I've had them say that stuff got broken, but not lost.
Yeah.
And I
I've been lucky.
refunded them. I gave them a refund. I said, here's
Well, you don't make handmade items, David.
Yeah, I don't either.
Listen,
Yeah.
I've been lucky. I think my boxes stand up well, but all the guitars, touch wood, that I've sent so far have all got to their destination good. CDs, on the other hand, a few of them turned up damaged.
Well, you
Just
know,
the
somebody
casing.
got a CD for me that was cracked. The case was cracked, and I said, "Do you want me to send you another case?" It would have cost as much to send them the case. I said, "Well, let me just give you your money back for your CD."
Yeah.
It costs as much to send a case as it would refund
The
your money.
CD again.
I know.
Actually, I got a kick out of all the fragile stickers you put on the box. My younger brother Jerry worked for UPS, and he was telling me horror stories. Probably to sit there when he was working for UPS as a sorter. Is just anytime those guys came across a box that had fragile glass in it and everything else, that became the drop kick football box for
I
the.
know. Listen, as
Yeah,
I asked her
it's become
to,
the
her to stick it on, as I asked her to stick them on in the post office, and she's putting them on, I'm looking, thinking, I've just created a target.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
know.
don't send
I
things
had
to
somebody from UPS tell me not to have them put fragile stickers on your packages. That was
Yeah.
somebody that worked for UPS. They said, "Don't put fragile stickers. Let's break it. Try to break it."
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what my brother
Yeah.
said, and he was a sorter for UPS, and that's exactly what he sat there
I
and he
don't send things UPS.
across
I
the right
worked for UPS.
everything else, either football or baseball or whatever that had fragile stickers on it for the evening.
I don't
know.
send things UPS.
And then all of a sudden, this box would
I don't
come-
either. I work for UPS. I don't send things UPS.
I won't. I absolutely will not send anything FedEx. My brother worked for that place. Him and his friends used to rob that place blind. No way.
Listen, do you think those people only work at that place?
Well, they work at every place.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I know people that have personally done dirty stuff at UPS
I know,
and
but
FedEx.
that happens in all the places.
Well, I usually use the mail and flat rate boxes because those are great, I think. And then I go to UPS, and then in special, like Jimmy C's special case, because I mailed him something before, and he says, "Don't mail me stuff," and I went ahead and mailed him. I'm going to use FedEx. So
I only use USPS. I've shipped Jimmy stuff twice now, and both of it got there. I've
That's
given him
a lot.
envelopes and a package, and it all got there.
Envelope? Okay, all right. Well, this is weird.
Well, this was an unusual situation, I guess. I've never had a problem with the post office. In fact, I'd prefer to use the post office over FedEx or UPS.
Hazy, what wood did you make this out of?
Scrap wood.
Pine,
I'm not
oak?
sure. That might have been oak, actually.
Hold it up to the camera. Let me see it.
It was just from my scrap pile.
That's not oak.
I didn't think it was oak. I was wondering if it was poplar. Because
It might be pallet wood.
yeah, well, they use oak or poplar for pallet wood.
This is oak. This is oak. Because look at the grain in it. They used to be able to do this, identify different woods. That's oak.
David Collins, yours was the first one I ever made.
Did you make it out of that piece of countertop?
I think I did, yeah. I think I did.
Actually, what I really liked about Hazy Days is when he told me how he made the base for your guitar, David. When it's a butcher block that Kate was cutting meat and everything on, and I sat there and I grabbed it.
It was yeah. But it's a chopping board. This is what happened. I went to IKEA and bought a load of chopping boards, and I just had ideas for crazy guitars, so I bought all these chopping boards and stuff. I mean, I got stacks of boxes that I bought,
There you go.
cigar boxes
That's
that I
pretty
forgot to
light
use.
for mahogany, though. A piece of mahogany would weigh a lot more than that.
That's hollowed out. I don't know what wood that is, but it's 2 chopping boards from IKEA.
Yeah.
Well,
I put
most of the
I
time
put one
they
in the house.
mahogany. I used to sell them. I used to sell chopping boards.
Yeah.
Chopping boards are
I put
usually
one
not
in the
mahogany.
And what are
Yeah.
they?
They're usually some kind of freaking like
I think.
they're usually
They're
some
hard.
kind of freaking
Look at this. This is the bit I cut
ash.
off. That's the bit that come off the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, it could be ash. Hold on.
That's what I said. It's usually some kind of ash.
Yeah, this is not heavy enough to be mahogany. Mahogany weighs about as much
Yeah.
as concrete weighs.
But you know what? I went to my father-in-law's today to help him. He had to fix something, so I helped him fix it. And he's got a piece of mahogany for me, a long plank piece that I could probably get about 3 or 4 necks out of.
Oh man,
Sweet. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's expensive.
mahogany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got some really nice cigar
There's
boxes,
a-
so I'm gonna probably make a cigar box next.
There's a furniture place up in around Stafford or Union, Connecticut, and it makes a lot of mahogany furniture. And they have the ends of the boards, like the cutoffs, and they don't like turn it into freaking sawdust for IKEA furniture or whatever. They actually freaking have it sitting outside on pallets. And they stacked up. Like they got a pallet, and then there's a bunch of these ends that are cutoffs, and then another pallet, and then they just keep layering and layering. And we went there one night. Me and my cousin. Well, we went there several nights. Me and my cousin, and we loaded up the back of the truck, and we pretty much filled the back of the truck with these long thin strips. People go there and they get these freaking mahogany and other types of strips. There's a lot of really expensive wood that they use, and they freaking use it for the fish scales for like knife handle scales.
Yeah.
And they use it for like inlay and stuff like that. There's really, really expensive woods. My cousin had other ideas about what to do with it. So we bring it back to his freaking apartment. We get this freaking huge freaking fire pit that we built in the backyard. There was one there. I helped him rebuild the damn thing from the freaking from the dirt up. And
Did you burn it all?
we burnt it all.
Motherfucker.
It's good firewood.
But it's just like thin strips. It's just like
great fire.
they're like that wide, right? Maybe an inch wide.
Yeah, but you
A little
can
bit more.
laminate. You can laminate
And then
it onto something.
They're like this thin.
Yeah.
They're like maybe an inch to maybe a quarter inch thin.
and it's
Yeah.
perfect for lamination then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can make some nice. Yeah, you can make some nice freaking like chunks out of it and stuff like that, and turn it on a lathe if you want, and make something cool out of it. But you'd have to layer and layer and layer and layer, like essentially making it like a micarta or something, But it would be a solid mahogany.
That's like building steel where you sit there and put different steels in to sit there and layer the steels and as you forge it.
Yeah, but no, it was nice. It smelled really good. Oh my goodness, that smelled awesome. Smelled so nice. Just
And that's what
sitting
David
there
Collins
at
was
the
saying
yard.
about
it
when he
smelled
opened
nice,
the box. He could smell my workshop.
Smell wood.
I could smell your wood, huh?
You could smell
Ooh.
my wood. I mean,
Ooh.
Hold on, wait. I don't know about smelling wood here.
I don't think it smells good unless it's fresh.
Pick up that little gitter and give it a snork.
No, I gotta admit, I got a guitar from Wales that is made out of Wales wood by a Wales gentleman.
Wales
A
wood.
Welshman.
Fuck.
Wales,
You just said you got a guitar made out of Wales wood.
oh,
We used to get pallets for free from a car from Nissan, or what was
I'll tell you
called
what.
Datsun. And they had good wood in them. We made a lot of things out of those pallets. We made furniture out of them.
Yeah, you can make anything out of anything.
Hazy looks like his workshop is a little cluttered.
Yes, because I've
Whose fault is that?
been doing some stuff.
Uh-huh.
You need to be back in there building guitars, dude.
So Crystal, get this. You ready? She drank a coffee with a bunch of sugar in it this morning to wake up.
Okay.
And before she's even done with her coffee, she wants breakfast. So I make her a couple of waffles, and she wants cinnamon sugar on top of them. And then,
sugar rush coming. I can see a sugar rush coming.
so with her cinnamon sugar waffles, she wants a glass of Kool-Aid.
Holy shit! Does
So
she diabetic?
two sugar drinks, sugary waffles, and a cup of coffee. Yes, and she's finally crashing. She's finally crashing.
I was gonna say she's still bouncing around the walls, or is she looking for a place to crash there?
She's finally crashing. Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah, you know the six string I was building, and I was doing the neck and sticking the resin in the neck.
Yeah. How did that break?
Because I fucking ripped it to bits.
I was gonna say either that or the resin freaking overheated and shattered it.
Explode. No, the resin was just an absolute nightmare. It was the worst idea I could ever have. I ended up.
Why were you trying to fill it with resin?
That sounds
I was filling the dot. I was trying to fill the dots with resin. And in the end, I drilled them out of the resin because we were just sucking it. It was just an absolute nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
We just put dowels in, which would have worked fine.
Was that for the fret pins or the fret markings?
The fret markers, yeah. But what happened was when I was just doing them, it seeped into the frets because I'd already cut the frets.
Oh.
Now when it dried,
I have a solution for that. Use super glue instead.
No, just don't use resin as markers. Because what happened, it just sucked it in. It was a stupid thing to do. But I learned my lesson. But what I have done, I took it apart to take the truss rod out because I've started again. And I've got it. This is how far I've got on the new one.
Awesome.
Cool. What's the blue
and I've
thing?
got another fretboard. I got another fretboard to put on.
What's the blue thing?
That's a truss rod. I put that in. I had to route the cavity. Put that in. See?
Cool.
Now, Hazy, you can use resin still, and it's a good idea, but use it before you cut the fret.
No, it's not a good idea. It's a terrible idea, and if anyone's watching and thinking about it, don't do it. Don't.
You want to see clutter? I accidentally clicked on Harvey Spooner's. He just put a video up, and I clicked on the notification to make it go away, and I clicked it in the wrong place, and it brought it up. You want to talk about clutter? Look at that. If any of you don't know Harvey Spooner, you should get to know Harvey Spooner.
Harvey is a bike hoarder. He really is.
He is a hoard. I mean,
he is a hoarder big time.
Yeah, he was at Dizzy's party, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, he recommended one of his own beers to me, and I tried it.
I've been encouraging Harvey over the years that I've been watching him to, hey, you say you want certain things, and you say, but you still go to the freaking auctions, you still go to the swap meets, you still go to this and that and this and that. You're still spending money, but you're still not getting what you want. Why don't you take a couple of them bikes that you don't need that are just complete crap and sell them off? You don't like the Yamahas, and you don't freaking care about the Suzukis or the Kawasaki's are okay.
I have told him over and over.
He gets quads. I'm like, after you're done fixing the freaking thing, sell it off. Get rid of it and sell it. Make room for more Hondas.
Yeah.
He won't do it. He will not.
No, he does. He started doing it, David.
He'll give stuff away, though.
No, he started doing it. He started making trades with Musty One and a couple of other people. He started being able to make trades with them.
When you make stuff, you can't just keep everything you make, because otherwise you just have all stuff. You know.
Well, it sits out there in the yard and it ruins. He'll put a lot of time into a project, and then it'll be sitting out there a year later that had been sitting in the weather
Part of the
for a
reason-
year. You know, every bit of the work that he has done is wasted. It's ruined.
Part of the reason that he listened to me when I tell him stuff is because I gave him a freaking Honda engine, free and clear.
Yeah.
Take this, and keep it. I don't want it back, and I don't want money for it. Just take it.
Yeah.
It's a burden to me. I'm freaking busting my toe on it. Just get it out of here, you know?
Yeah.
So he took it and he's got it. I don't think he ever really did anything with it. I think he used parts off of it or something, but it needs to be pretty much completely rebuilt at this point. You know, because it's
Your head show I was watching, I think it was Counts Customs here in Vegas, but he sent 2 guys off into Texas, and these guys roll up on this guy who's got a several acre farm, and all he's storing is VW buses.
Yeah.
He goes out and he buys VW buses, whether they're Mexican or Brazil or the original German ones. That's all he buys. And so you roll onto his property, and that's all you see is Volkswagen buses.
But he's into one thing. Harvey he should just focus on Honda. He should ignore China, Yamaha.
He's obsessed with all of it.
Suzuki.
And everything.
He's obsessed with all of it.
Listen, guys, I gotta go. It's 12 o'clock here.
All right.
All right,
All
hey,
right.
I'm in my shed.
See you later.
Pleasant dreams, bud.
thank you for the guitar, dude.
You're welcome.
Have a good night.
Peace.
What do we got here? Oh my goodness.
Well, we got
Look,
need to
squirrel.
make a beer run.
But yeah,
Tony, that was definitely a bad idea. But you already did it, so enjoy it.
yeah, there you go.
Experience it.
Let's see, your shirt was worn at T-Dub's house mostly when I was in Grapevine. We didn't go out much with your shirt. We kept you sheltered and enclosed.
Like I keep myself generally.
But no, I enjoy sit there, and if number one primary T-shirts I wear when I go on a trip is everybody's YouTube shirt. Sit there and spread the word.
I don't have a lot of YouTuber shirts.
I don't know. Maybe I ought to make one. Well, I made one, got in trouble for it somewhat. I made another one, somewhat got in trouble for that one. Then I made a third one, my own design, and didn't get in trouble for
telling
that.
you, hey, I just want to point this out to you, Tom.
Yeah,
You're one of the Garage Gang guys I've known the longest. Okay,
yeah.
and I'll tell you this. All right, I'll tell you this. I told you right at the freaking start. Take that fucking that globe design, and just do your own.
I did.
Yeah, don't freaking don't worry about what anybody else freaking does or says or whatever, and don't put any names on it or make it regional. Like make it regional, you know, like West Coast.
I did. Well, regional, I did citywide, because if you looked at the last shirt I made, it sat there and it had this on the front, or had this with a little emblem with where you're from, let's say like Las Vegas chapter over your heart, and this was on the back.
Okay, I didn't even see that one.
Oh yeah, that one went for a while, and then I'm thinking I'm just doing my own channel. I mean, the Garage Gang was great and everything else. Actually, I learned a lot from the
Yeah, I
Garage.
told you, freaking come up with your own logo and include the Garage Gang logo on the shirt with it.
And I'm thinking I'll ditch her, even though she's cute. I really like her a lot.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you include her?
She's cute. I mean, I'm a big
You like
fan
pinup.
of World War II nose art and Korean War nose art, to where they're painting, the pilots were painting their shit on the front of the plane.
I like nose art, and I also like pinup.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of pinup. I love it.
But if I were to do something, I don't think I want to. I would love to use her. She has been, but she's somebody's art, somebody else's art design. And if I come up with my shirt,
Hey Tom,
this one, I want to come up with my own design.
I tell you what, that skull is somebody else's design. It's not mine.
This,
Yeah,
damn.
it's not mine. But it's such an obscure piece of somebody else's freaking like artwork, and I freaking changed it by more than 10% anyway, so that makes it mine. It's like technically because I put the Captain Jerk logo over it and on YouTube on the bottom over it. So I have changed it enough where it is like I've done something original with a pre-existing piece of artwork. Yes, I have, but originally that was somebody else's freaking skull. It came out of a freaking magazine from the 90s.
Okay.
The original picture, I'm not even kidding, was like that big.
Damn.
It was like 2 inches by 2 inches, dude. I'm not kidding. It was tiny. So who's going to remember that from a magazine from the 90s? And I'll let you know this. It was an extremely obscure magazine. Like one person in maybe, I don't know, freaking 5 million might recognize that skull. Maybe.
Okay. All right. Well,
Like maybe, like I'm not even kidding. Maybe 1,000 people in this entire freaking world might recognize that skull. Maybe.
I can always call my shirt designer again and sit down and brainstorm with him. But he's such a fun individual to deal with.
You don't work with Sulphur City, do you?
No, this is a local guy. Well, actually, funny thing about it is I used to do the fire inspections. It's a Henderson company. So I did fire inspections there. Also, besides printing T-shirts, they do an embroidery. So all our summer polo shirts were embroidered, and they did them all.
Hang on a second. No, Squirrel, there's no rain outside my window. Zero. There's not a drop out there. It's dark as hell.
Yeah, it's dark here. I thought I heard some thunder.
Well, you got a storm coming in?
There's a hurricane coming up the coast.
I know. I saw that last night on the news.
Well, maybe that's
did you
why
get any of that already, David?
Looks like we're getting ready to have a thunderstorm here.
Did you get any of that freaking hurricane, David?
I think we're getting it right now as we speak. It's really dark. I mean,
it's supposed to be a monster. It's supposed to be.
I mean, it looks daylight to you, but that window looks dark. A whole lot darker than it
Yeah, same here.
Captain, what's it up by you then? Are you as dark or?
It's getting dark. Like there's no freaking, like there's no direct sunlight. It's all cloud cover right now.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, it started clouding up.
You're a very northern state, so you get dark around 9:30.
Yeah, but it's not anywhere near 9:30. So
yeah,
it's 7:09 right now.
Yeah,
it's not time to get dark. The sun actually would be streaming through the window right now because the sun is starting to set, and that's that window faces the west.
My window is an easter. My window points east.
This window behind me points south.
Yes, Squirrel. It's 2 a.m. in Massachusetts, you dingbats.
Right. They're like 5 time zones away? No, wait a minute. That would be, that's too much math.
No.
Squirrel's using? Okay. Have fun, Squirrel.
Massachusetts.
Don't miss.
Massachusetts is the same time zone as you are.
Yes, I know.
And I am. I'm in the same time zone as Massachusetts.
Squirrel, what the? Okay, yeah, he did eat 100-gram cookie, so he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
have
wait,
fun.
let's
Have fun,
see.
squirrel.
Hold on, let me see something. I'm going to the Weather Channel. Bear with me, guys. I can't spell. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see. Holy smokes. Yeah, you got something coming up your way.
Well, I need to call my mother because I didn't know they were having a hurricane until we started talking about this.
No, it's definitely coming up your way. Here, let me.
See, they didn't call me and tell me that. My parents, I want to kill them. They're not dead yet. They're going to be dead. That's significant.
Right
That's Virginia. See where where I know you can't see me pointing, but where the land kind of points out into the ocean, that's where they live. That's where I live.
Okay, we got to stop this. We're not doing a State Farm commercial on my show. I hate State Farm
That
insurance.
is thunder. We're getting a thunderstorm.
Oh, let's get rid of this.
I do business with my local company here in North Carolina, my insurance company. They're based out of Greensboro, North Carolina. But you see where the land kind of sticks out in the ocean in that picture? That's where my parents or my mom lives. My dad's dead. But,
Okay.
I'm a killer.
So let's go back to it. Let's hang on. I didn't go to the full channel. I just hit the headlines. WTHER. Here we go. Hold on. Ah, there it is. How can I stop the State Farm commercial? Come on.
Well, there's a. Oh, you're on the way.
There you go. All right. No, I want this. Oh, come on. You just.
Are you on YouTube?
Here we are. Right here. Here. This is what I wanted. Hang on.
Tom, what are you doing?
I'm doing old man farting around.
See, I have the block.
I wanted to show.
Oh, here.
That's what I wanted to show. So, yeah, this is the storm, and you guys, and I can't down to this other trail end of it, but yeah, all right. And then look, and if you look off to the left of it, look at all the crap coming in behind it. Oh shit! All right, batten down the hatches, boys.
Pressure side, yeah.
Well, like I said, my window faces east, so I'm not really worried about any damn thing.
Well, you need to get some plywood.
I just put food in my freezer the other day, so like I said, I'm not worried about anything.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I just got groceries today, so
That's as prepper as I get.
Well, hold on. Let's think about worrying about something.
I got
Sit there and you spend
5 cases
time
of beer,
worrying
so
about
I'm
this,
prepped.
worrying about that, and worrying about that, and whether it goes your way or doesn't go your way, you still wasted all that time worrying about it.
Right.
Why?
That's why I don't worry about stuff like that.
Neither do I. It's going to happen. What's going to happen is going to happen. It's like my sons today when I went to the retina specialist, and they know I go every 4 months and everything else, and they're waiting for him to sit there and drop the bomb that I might lose my sight or whatever, and the whole 9 yards. I ain't going to worry about that. If I worry about that and think about that, then by God, when the time does come happen, look at all the time I wasted by worrying about it.
Yeah.
I ain't going to worry about it. Life moves on. I move forward, always forward, never straight.
So, if there is a possibility of you losing your sight, are you going to accelerate the drivability of your freaking vehicle and the registerability of your vehicle?
Captain Jerk, it's registered and I have been driving it.
Uh-huh.
It's been registered for over a year now because I put the second sticker on the tag, and I have been driving it, and it would be going because to the next two shops I wanted to go to is the front end alignment, and then I won't have no problem driving it anywhere. And then the other shop is I got to get tailpipes on it because it just drowns out the stereo and everything else in it. I mean, cool to have a fast car and a cool car, but you can't, it's not cool if you can't hear the tunes. So it's been drivable for the past 18, 19 months.
Oh.
I'm not
Well,
going to.
I don't know what the laws are like in Nevada, but in North Carolina, you don't need to have a license to have a registered vehicle, and you have to lose a whole lot of sites. You can get what they call a restricted license. I know people that have you can only drive during the day, and it's like you can't drive more than 50 miles from your home, and you can't drive on the highway.
No, Mac,
I know a girl that had a restricted license here in Connecticut. Her name was Carrie.
Yeah.
She passed away several years ago she had a cyst on her pancreas that exploded and it eventually killed her. She died in agony. But she was blind in one eye her whole life. She had a massive cataract. She was born preemie, and from that she had other complications, and she had a cataract in her right eye that made her blind her whole life in that eye. So she had a restricted license.
Mine is macular degeneration, AMD. It is what it is. It's hereditary. My dad had it, and he didn't realize that he had it because his dad never died from it or had it when his dad passed away. His dad passed away from cancer. So when my dad sat there and he realized he had it, that was, a ton of depression. I went and saw him as, outstanding 70, 80-year-old man, just rocking the world, having a good time, flying to Vegas with his girlfriend, everything else, the whole 9 yards, to where when he found out he had it, it's like somebody pulled the rug out from underneath his feet. Well, seeing that, I know it's coming, and it's going to come eventually. There's no stopping it. It's going to be there. But what it does is it leaves a hole in your vision. So if you're looking straight ahead at something, there's going to be a circle in there that you're not going to see nothing. It's going to be gray. It's going to be black. You're not seeing nothing. And they declare you legally blind. And it depends. There's 3 levels of vision that you get. And from it, I don't know. It's all a crapshoot. I just go to the doctor. I do what he says. Mentally, I prepared myself going, fuck it. There's a lot of
they have a whole lot.
There's a lot of things in my life I let bother me and drag me down and everything else. And this is not going to be another one of them.
Well, Tom, they caught it early, and they can treat it.
Yeah.
And they can delay they can prolong.
Hence, in my case, more alcohol. Be back in a minute.
That's right. That's right. Cheers to you. Tom's not on, but this is no secret, but I am legally blind. I went to the doctor and he said, oh, well, you can see about 20/40, but I can't measure it. Yeah, I just hope to be there for Tom when the time comes. I have this friend that I work with. He has a sight problem, and I guess he's legally blind, and he has a 4-wheeler, probably about a 500cc Honda, and he has told me that he has this friend that he rides with, and his friend gets on his 4-wheeler and just takes off, and he ends up just riding around real slow, you know. And he was telling me all about it. And I said, well, you know, I could probably, he said, well, we can get you on a four-wheeler. We can get you riding around. And I said, well, I'll come up and ride with you. I've never ridden a four-wheeler, but, you know, I've ridden, you know, vehicles, you know, but between the both of us, I mean, you could at least have somebody that can kind of understands and can kind of go at his pace.
I never really had the opportunity to ride quads and dirt bikes and well, I had the opportunity to ride dirt bikes. I never really had the opportunity to ride quads because people just don't like to share their quads. And
Yeah, I
that's
can't believe he said
that's understandable. And I really don't care about the quad thing, but the dirt bike thing, you know, people are really, really stuck up and freaking selfish about dirt bikes too. And I was like, dude, you have like 7 dirt bikes. You can't let me ride that little 150 over there? I mean, come on now. So I was
I
like,
got the
whatever, dude.
biggest bang out of riding that mini bike with at U Dizzy's party. I mean, that thing was a blast. You know, never had somebody hand me a bike or a toy and said, here, take it for a ride. You know,
Yeah.
that was, and nothing happened. I mean, I had a great time on that bike, you know.
Well, you also know how to ride.
Are we talking
Well,
motorcycle?
anybody can learn how to ride a.
Well, David, you have previous experience on a motorbike.
Oh, okay. You can ride a bicycle, right? Or you were.
I have previous experience on a motorbike, and I just haven't ridden one in a long time.
Yeah, you'll be fine. It'll be natural to you. It'll come back to you.
It's like riding a horse. It'll come back to you. Believe me.
I've
mean,
ridden a horse one time in my life.
Every 2 years, I go back and I rent a Harley for the toy run for the kids. And
Yeah.
every 2 years, a buddy of mine, old Air Force buddy of mine who still rides, and we're the same age. I go, I'm too old to jump on another glide. I can't, no, come on. He goes, and he talks me into it. And I go to the Harley store, sit there, put the cards down, sign it off, get on the bike, fire it up. Oh, shit, I know how this works.
You can ride a glide. I would think a glide. I've never ridden a Harley, but I think a Harley glide would be easier to ride than a whole lot of motorcycles. I think it would be.
Yeah, actually, I got a picture, and if this was the old computer, I'd show you. But I got a picture of Nancy and I on our last toy run, probably 2 years ago, and it's coming up time this probably year we're going to be doing it again. But yeah, I love a glide. If I were to get another street bike and everything else, it wouldn't be a street bike. It'd be a cruiser. It'd be a glide. I mean,
Yeah, go ahead and get it when you can enjoy it. You know, it's like.
but I got a Camaro. That's better.
If it's better than a motorcycle, go for it. You know.
Well, at least my mom now ain't rolling over her grave, because sat there and she goes, she didn't realize it, but when I was 15 years old, I picked up a basket case, what was it?
BSA.
Yeah, BSA.
Yeah.
650.
One of the classics, the BSA 650.
When I was 15 years old, it was part of one of the classics. I mean, we're talking 1965. Okay.
The 1965, no less.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Thunderball, the James Bond movie?
Oh yeah. Well, I think
The motorcycle in that movie is a 650cc BSA motorcycle.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I took it down, and I was getting ready to get my license that spring in May, and I took it down in the basement, asked my dad, say, I'm bringing it down in the basement. I want to restore it and put it back together. And all right, he said, no problem. Everything else, the whole 9 yards. So I took it down in the basement, put it all back together, and I started bringing it upstairs in chunks, in pieces, like the front fork assembly with the brakes and the cables all hanging off. So, here's the frame without the motor, here comes the motor next, the rear assembly with the brakes and everything. And my mom's sitting there going, what are you working on? And I said, just something to keep me going during the winter. And what are you working on? So it's spring, I'm bringing it out. My dad knew what it was. My dad rode too.
Yeah.
And so I put the sucker together and fired it up and said, you built a motorcycle. And I go, yeah, I did. And she hated him. She hated him with a passion.
Mm-hmm.
And so she sat there and, I got my license. I applied and got my motorcycle license. And because in Illinois, it was your license. And then you needed the M. I think they were one of the first states back
M
then
class. Yep.
to be certified to ride a motorcycle. I went back and got that. And it just.
My mother hates motorcycles too. She thinks that people that ride motorcycles are stupid.
Well, see, and what they need to do in the United States, and they don't, because the United States is so automobile oriented. In other countries, you can get a motorcycle license. It's not a driver license with it.
I still got an M on my license now. I mean,
yeah, and keep that
I
in.
haven't been on a
I know
bike
people that have it and
4
they
years.
don't let it go.
So yeah. Okay.
I do believe that the motorcycle license and the car license should be separate.
I do too. I agree with you. I mean, there are people in this world that have never driven a car, but they ride a motorcycle.
Well, actually, there are people in this world who have never driven a motorcycle, and because of the popularity that have come in with those things, should never be allowed to get on a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about all these 6- and 7-figure assholes that sit there and think they can ride a Harley, and then they get on one and they go, no, I don't need no lessons. And they get on one and they ride and they sit there and hurt somebody and take somebody out and crash the Harley. Well, because they're deep pocketed, they just wash it off. So that's my bitch. Why I don't ride regularly in this valley is because of that. Is you constantly see somebody who has no business being on a motorcycle, is on a motorcycle. You pull up alongside of him, and I have done in the past, and tell, hey, you're riding wrong. You need to do this, 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 and this. And he goes and takes off. So, no.
So, Shandog, I'll tell you this. I also believe that the truck driving license should be a different license, and it is. A lot of people don't think that, driving a tractor trailer license should be any different, and that it should only be an extension of your existing license. And I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
The friend of mine that rides the 4-wheeler, he was a truck driver and he lost his eyesight. He tells me stories about driving this truck and all that. I mean, we're fast becoming, really good friends. We eat lunch together every day at work, and he tells me all these stories, about driving the truck and all that. And he lost all of that,
Okay.
Yeah, you have a CDL. Yep. And, driving a car is a lot different than driving even a pickup truck.
Hey, that could be a fun occupation, having a CDL and driving a limo during prom weekend.
I know people that have done that. They say it's not as fun as you think, but like driving a truck, like a big tractor trailer truck, is different than driving a big huge pickup truck with a trailer on the back. It's different. It's not the same thing. People think it is, and they're only fooling themselves, and they're silly. It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
And then,
you can consider it to be similar, but it's even then the truck is different. Just
I was the funny story that I could sit there and relate back in the late 70s when the CB craze was still going on in the whole 9 yards. I was coming back from LA with my younger brother Jerry and Nancy's brother Steve, and we're in a 68 Impala, and we're going through Baker Pass, which is the big pass to get you out of the sea level of California up to Nevada level. And we're sitting there talking, and this one guy sitting there, and he was on the CB, and he goes, "Why can't truckers have automatic transmissions so they can sit there and hit it on cruise control and keep up with everybody else?" And I just started laughing on the air. I mean, and a trucker sat there and stopped me and said, "What are you laughing about?" And I go, "This guy's an idiot. He doesn't know the weight you're towing." And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "Well, why didn't you say anything?" Because he sat there and he goes, "You said it all. He's an idiot." And
Yeah.
it just totally amazed me on that. To sit there, and some people think that hold on, wait, big truck, 18-wheel, yeah, you could stop in a dime.
Well, it's like I was talking to this instructor at a community college about getting a motorcycle riding license. And, you know, the reason he gave for why you need a license to ride a motorcycle is that a motorcycle has gears on it and it's a manual transmission. And people with a regular driver's license don't know how to drive a manual transmission. So that's why you have to get a license to drive a motorcycle, because there are some. There is an exception. There are exceptions, but most of them have a manual transmission. They have gears on them, and that's the reason why.
90% of them are manual transmissions.
Yeah, the people, you can't get out of a car and hop on a motorcycle and be able to drive a motorcycle.
Okay, hold on. When's the last time you jumped on a 900cc crotch rocket, which was an automatic?
Never.
I said Shandog Honda-matic.
Honda-matic, yeah. That was the teacher's explanation for that.
No, I'll rent every 2 years my Glide, and Nancy and I go for a ride, and we'll be and donate the toys for the kids and have fun in this valley.
Yeah.
And the only thing that makes me feel safe on this valley is because all the roads are blocked off by police. So the only people there are for the people on the Tory Run. That's why I do not own a bike in this valley, and I love the ride. Fact is that everybody in this valley is stupid. They don't see motorcycles. And then you get the young kids' motorcycles on crotch rockets, and you're driving down the freeway at 75 miles an hour, and here's an asshole on his rear wheel going by you like if you're standing still. Well, that does a lot for the motorcycle community right there.
Makes it look real. Yeah.
Nah. I won't ride in this town anymore. If I ride in this town, I'm going to put the bike on the trailer, hook the trailer up to Nancy's Equinox, take us out of town, and then I'll take the bike off the trailer and ride. But I will not do that now. I will not ride in this stupid ass town. No, it's not a town for bikes.
There's a lot of places where you shouldn't ride motorcycles. A lot of people just don't freaking realize it.
Well, automobile drivers don't get an adequate enough education of what motorcycle drivers have to do, and that's because in the United States, motorcycles are considered a toy. They're considered a hobby. They're not considered a form of transportation.
I don't consider them to be a toy or a hobby. They're a motor vehicle.
That's what a car driver.
They are a motor vehicle, and they deserve all the respect that any other motor vehicle gets.
A car that doesn't have the adequate
knowledge
or training.
Those are people that are stupid that freaking separate classes for some reason. Dude, a vehicle moving on the road is a motor vehicle. It deserves all the respect.
They don't see that.
Yes, I'm aware. You saying that over and over does not freaking take away from what I'm saying, David.
Yeah,
I'm saying they deserve it. I'm not saying that they don't. I know they don't see it. Thank you for reminding us a half a dozen times. I'm saying that they deserve it. That it is that way. They are a motor vehicle. Regardless of
motor vehicle, and the best advice I ever got when I started riding back in this town back in the 70s, he says, ride like you're invisible. You're invisible. You ride like nobody sees you. You
Why
ride
do you
like
think
that.
freaking guys on motorcycles are so freaking rude? And they use their freaking little horn and they freaking flip people off all the time. It's
Mhm.
because people don't respect them.
Yeah. Well,
I respect motorcycles. When I am behind the wheel of a car, which isn't very often, but when I am behind the wheel of a car, I make sure that that's one of the things that I look out for. Motorcycles and big trucks. And regardless of whether or not it's a tractor trailer truck or a delivery truck or a moving truck or whatever the hell truck it is, because those things could roll over on you and flatten you. Okay? I watch out for them. Okay? Now, I also look out for bouncing balls and people and bicycles.
bicycles is my pet peeve.
I have been on a bicycle and hit by a car. I have been walking and hit by a car. I have been freaking on a freaking moped and hit by a car. I know. I've been hit by cars more than freaking 100 times. I know.
They're redesigning all the streets in Las Vegas for bicycle traffic because of the little virus epidemic going on. Everybody's riding bikes now, which is fine and good. But you need to teach the bicyclists you had the same rules of the road as an automobile.
That is correct.
And they don't follow the same rules as an automobile.
Yeah.
No, they don't, because they don't know that.
And then when they sit there and they don't follow the rules, and you sit there and jump in front of them or whatever,
But Tom, I can tell you the same thing about drivers. Drivers don't know the bicycle rules and the way that they have to act on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Most drivers don't know that bicyclists have the right to be in your lane.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
They
if
do.
you're going to sit there and blow through a stop sign or a stoplight while I'm trying to make a left turn into the lane that you're turning into, and then when I do and we merge and the bicyclist who ran the stop sign or the red light almost sits there and hits my car, and then you turn around and flip me off, yeah, I got a lot of respect for you, because you should have stopped back there.
Yeah.
And let me continue my left turn. That's my bitch, Doc.
People that freaking are going to be on the road, and I've heard this from police officers, from old ladies, and from freaking parents and all kinds of people, they think that I don't know the freaking rules of the road because I was on a bicycle. Or they think I don't know the rules of the road. They think I don't know the bicycle rules of the road because I was behind the wheel of a car. And they're all mistaken. So what? I didn't wear a helmet. Oh, that's my prerogative, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect everyone to wear a helmet. Just like you can't expect everyone to wear a face mask. You can't expect everyone to freaking wear shoes going into a grocery store. It's just not going to happen.
Well, and
not everybody's going to follow all of these stupid rules, okay?
Hey,
and their exception.
Listen, hold on. Wait, in the state of Nevada, you don't wear a mask, you're not getting in 99% of the stores.
That's not the point. But the point I'm trying to make is that not everybody is going to follow every single rule. It's not going to happen. Some people are still going to spit on the sidewalk. Some people are still going to freaking jaywalk, and some people are still going to, pee in the drinking fountains, things like that. It's going to happen. All right, it's going to happen. So, to minimize this, we all try to freaking know what we're talking about and how things really go out on the road and walking down the sidewalk in public. We got to know which telephone booths we can pee in and which ones we can't. I got you, you bastard.
Which telephone booths you can pee in and which ones you can't. Okay. All right.
So which the telephone booths are a bathroom and which are not?
Hey, just because it smells like it's been used as a toilet previously doesn't mean it's a good idea. Believe it or not.
Actually, jaywalkers are the big ones that are getting killed around here. Oh, look at David.
Hazy Day.
Yes, I know.
Captain Jerk, it's called perceived consent. if the guy before me peed in this phone booth, I can pee in this phone booth.
So if I did it before you,
I know that in Southern California, if you're in a crosswalk, cars will speed up to hit you.
yeah,
That's
it's
true here.
It's. I mean,
It's true here. You
thing
walk
is,
out in a crosswalk like, okay, the target.
Well, no, the big thing here is I keep telling everybody use the crosswalk, use the crosswalk. You're out of the crosswalk, you're fair game. And more or less, God, I can't remember. One cop sat there in a commercial, more or less said it. You step out of the crosswalk, put a bullseye on the guy's hood ornament, he's got you tracked, he's going to take you down. Stay in the crosswalk.
Man.
No, even in Southern California, if you're in LA, even if you're in the damn crosswalk,
Oh,
Suge Knight, here he comes.
well, it does not. Well, wait, hold on. And I'm only good as the propaganda channel gives it to me at night. But as far as the propaganda channel is, that never happens here in Vegas. Everybody hit is out of the crosswalk. As you sit there and see the guy who hit him, drag that person out of the crosswalk and set him down and go, okay, yeah, he's out of the crosswalk.
Well, here in North Carolina, the pedestrian has a right of way, and it doesn't matter where they are.
Yeah,
You run into somebody in
more than 60% of the cases
vehicle.
that come into court concerning pedestrians, the pedestrians lose. The pedestrians will lose their case almost every time. They try to tell you that in Connecticut, same as frickin', North Carolina.
There are states,
when it comes to the courts,
that
it's
the
different.
pedestrian doesn't have the right of way. And I'm from Kentucky. I lived in Kentucky and almost got hit by a car in Kentucky.
We're going on 4:42. We're over about 15 minutes yet. And what's the weather going on there? Come on, we get Connecticut and North Carolina. What's the weather? Let's get a weather report, and we're going to sign off.
I think it's raining.
82 degrees and overcast.
Okay, so Captain Jerk's got rain. You're south of him, and you're overcast. All right.
Hold on, I'm gonna freaking look out the window. Nope. There's no moisture on the ground.
Okay.
The ground is dry as a bone, although it is very humid outside, and I can feel it inside my apartment. It's extremely humid. So we're going to get some moisture falling from the sky, but it hasn't started falling yet.
Okay. Well, I'm going to bail. I'm going to shut this down. It's been a pleasure. I want to thank Captain Jerk for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome
Later,
t-shirt.
David.
Awesome t-shirt. Contact him.
Later, Tom. Good night, everybody in the chat.
All right. Good night, everybody. Everybody have a good one. We'll see you later. And David, thanks again. And we'll end it.